In 1931, New York City witnessed the most sensational manhunt in its history. Two-Gun Crowley, a cold-blooded killer who didn't smoke or drink, was trapped in an apartment, surrounded by 150 police officers. As the bullets flew and tear gas filled the air, Crowley wrote a letter. He wrote, "Under my coat is a weary heart, but a kind one that would do nobody any harm." This is a man who, just weeks earlier, had shot a police officer in cold blood for asking to see his license. When he was finally sent to the electric chair, he didn't say, "This is what I get for killing people." He said, "This is what I get for defending myself. Why does this matter to you? Because if a cold-blooded killer doesn't blame himself, what makes you think the person you're about to argue with today will?" We're diving into the first principle of Dale Carnegie's legendary book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. The lesson? If you want to gather honey, don't kick over the beehive. Here's the hard truth. Criticism is futile. It's like a homing pigeon. It always returns home. When we criticize someone, we aren't dealing with creatures of logic. We are dealing with creatures of emotion, pride, and vanity. Think about the famous Teapot Dome scandal or the feud between Teddy Roosevelt and President Taft. Roosevelt's biting criticism didn't make Taft change. It just made Taft cry and insist he couldn't have done anything differently. Psychology even backs this up. B.F. Skinner proved that animals rewarded for good behavior learn much faster than those punished for bad behavior. The same applies to us. Even Abraham Lincoln had to learn this the hard way. As a young man, Lincoln loved to ridicule people in public letters. He once mocked a politician so harshly that he was challenged to a duel with broadswords. He barely escaped with his life, and from that day on, he never ridiculed anyone again. Fast forward to the Civil War. General Meade blundered and let General Lee escape at Gettysburg. Lincoln was furious. He wrote Meade a letter of severest rebuke, telling him his golden opportunity is gone. But Lincoln never mailed it. Why? Because he realized that sitting in the quiet of the White House was easy. If he had seen the blood and heard the screams at Gettysburg, maybe he would have been just as hesitant as Meade. He realized criticism would only make Meade defensive and ruin his future usefulness. This principle isn't just for presidents and generals. It's for our homes. There's a famous piece called Father Forgets. It's about a father who spent his whole day scolding his young son for not cleaning his shoes, for gulping food, for having holes in his stockings. That night, seeing his son asleep, the father realized his mistake. He had been measuring the boy by the yardstick of his own years. He expected a child to act like a man. He realized that instead of condemning, he should have been trying to understand. So, the next time you're tempted to snap at a coworker or a family member, remember Two-Gun Crowley or Lincoln's unmailed letter. Before you try to change others, remember that it's much more profitable and less dangerous to start with yourself. As Carnegie says, to know all is to forgive all. Your challenge today? Follow Principle 1. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. What's one situation where you held back a criticism today? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more life-changing principles.